supplementary damage. Overall, a good pick. Alice for Alpha7 though.
I feel like this is a little bit more tunneled into the matchup, right? Against the Uranus, but in the big picture, it doesn't really fit.
Yeah. That's a weird decision, I would say. For Alpha7, I'm not sure if this is the right decision to go for. But then again, they're stuck with this. It has okay synergy with the Matilda, I would say. It's a good
the farm in the minions. Nath gets dove on by 3. He's holding Throne of Ruin. He buys time, but he gets taken out.
An amazing play coming up from Pro Esports. Really commendable. I want to go for this play though. That is a nice initiation. They will find Coily. Perfect target. The Circling Eagle, Guiding Wind into that Violet Requiem. Perfectly executed coming up from Alpha7. Now Shark wants to force
Instead of risking the jump into committing it, once again another Violet Requiem spatial migration. They're able to find Sa with Vexana getting the last hit. Zia and best player one going after Sorium Felix, but this Uranus is too crafty with it. Is able to get away. Still, that's a 1 for none. And Alpha7 has control in the purple buff. Meanwhile,
the Lord. It seems like they will be able to get to the Lord.
They're here, but are they actually going to be able to take it? The Violet Requiem to make sure he's CC immune, but best player loses the Retribution battle straight up. Pro Esports now golden hour. 2 members of Alpha7 get caught out. Shark gets taken out by Coily. Sorry, Felix providing the vanguard of Pro.
When Shark was overly aggressive and Shark forgot that Hardy can actually burst him down. Because of that big -1, they will be able to push the middle. Feathered Airstrike to put best player one low. They fended off the attack for now. And they are pushing Pro Esports. And best player one getting eliminated there. And now they want to go for another. Sorry, and Felix is gonna be zoning out the members of Alpha7. In comes the Circling Eagle. Will they go for, oh no, Zia, he's positioning. Yes, be careful. Deadly Magic will not be enough. That's gonna be the... Oh, okay. How did they get there?
Cardi have to go back. He spaced escape.
Felix has to be careful because he cannot be near the vicinity of his teammates. Otherwise, the golden hour is going to be there. Muddles is going to be a problem. They want to go for Shark. The Feathered Airstrike is not on the mark. But now, from Nats. Now they want to get for more kills here, but the damage is not enough for now. They're chunking down the members of Pro Esports, but Shark is the first one to fall. Zia dives it forward. What a bad decision. He gets obliterated by Pro Esports. And now they want more. Best player one to punish the frontliner. Coily taken out, but Sa as well as Kozen, they're dealing the damage. That's it, trouble. Double kill coming up from Kozen. And all it took was the Eternal Guardian just for the defense. Sorry, and Felix is feeling the damage coming up from the Melissa, but not for long. They push the mid. They push the top. The defense, Ren Marcia taking so much damage from the pokes.
Way too much distance, way too much range. He is doing everything he can to deal damage. Golden hour is perfect yet again. The best player one with this little bit of knockup couldn't do much with it. As the other members of Alpha7 are frozen by. Look at Nats and the damage that he's taking from this Granger. Unstoppable is Kozen. The pokes, the stacks, and look at that damage from Sa. Feathered Airstrike with a flicker to boot to close the distance. It's only Shark and Cold World as Pro Esports still have another round of minion waves to come through. It's going to be a long time until Shark and Cold World get back. We're just going to see how Pro Esports closes this out, Wolf.
Kozen in the front line, Saswell force their Shark. Shark takes so much damage, but we'll try to evade. We'll try to delay this, but it is inevitable. The minions are pushing in. Sa will be taken out, but the base still falls. Alpha7 will fall to Pro Esports. This, again, another tug-of-war between two good teams. But the one that lets go of the rope with the bad timing. They can get into the back lines, but I feel like I gotta say, a glue. But there is already the Melissa. Okay, this is an interesting pick, but it does answer a lot. So number one, it's okay against the Selena because it can go for the split and you can tank some damage, even step on traps, even actually soaking the arrow if you needed be. It has a lot of utility actually here for Pro Esports.
Honestly, better than the alternative I was thinking of, which was the high loss. I like this glue. It's a little bit better, a little bit more proactive. You're not
Focus on their turtle, but they will lose their purple in the process. Good trade for Pro Esports, unless of course somebody dies, which is going to be the glue. Not the best solution. They want to go for the invade. This could be good.
Yeah, PP really did not need to do that. I mean, the information was there unless he was just trying to bait out all of these skills, but they still have a lot. Nats straight into the back. Finds the Farsa. The entry with the AOG. Alpha7 doing what they can to get even more. With the purple buff at the end of the day.
Actually engage. Alpha7 feels that way. They want to be the ones to decide whether or not they will team fight. And they are putting 4 members up here up top. There is the flicker after the Daytonas. Welcome in a great one. Best player down, bites the deck. Shark onto the backlines. Will have the AOG to get out of there. Sorry, I'm Felix. The Bats player is actually so good. Again, go away. He's going to keep Melissa safe for now. Zia gets out of there. Kuzin
shows himself. A lot of information for Pro Esports to work with. Sign Cold World hovering around the bush. Kozin, Coily, sorry, I'm Felix PP here. That's the engage perfectly timed for Pro to set up an entry from Coily to retreat away. Here comes the blazing duet straight out the Zia, and the Melissa gets pushed out. No other way to put it other than that was clean, pristine, and hella freaking mean by Pro Esports with how they started that off. Let's see, once we see that Sky Piercer stack symbol, because the item was there, it was locked into him. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be an engagement. The perfect Violet Requiem. Pro Esports are losing bodies. The turnaround by Alpha7. But sorry, I'm Felix. Held on for too long. Goes in. Is he going to be able to get the stacks if it is a Sky Piercer? Let's confirm it. No member of Pro.
Ups that they can do. But now the Lord fight commences. Get in. Feather Stark already popped, already cancelled. Terista misses the mark. Nats now gonna be in trouble. Nats taken out. In comes Story and Felix, the Purify from Zia, so that the Dictator's welcome will not be there. The crazy doing coming up from Kozin is not gonna be enough. Felix goes down. PPP will be next. And he gets the Lord and actually dodges best player. And this is gonna be a dance between the junglers. Shark wants to dip into the fight. The taunt is perfect. Coily still gets away, but eventually falls from the damage. What this achieves is a lot of damage as they went in for the Gatot catch. Do they have enough burst? But on the Terista, onto the backlines, catches 3. Shark still falls though, and goes in now, jumping down Nats. Sky Piercer, it's gonna be a stack for Kozin, and now they go for more. Sorry and Felix will be taken out as they now ride into that Melissa. Zia falls down. 3 down on the side of Alpha7, and now the Lord or the push in the middle. The world is the ocean. Concealed play.
This could be endable for them. A huge counter set from the Turizla yet again would be able to turn things around for Alpha7. No more base turrets. The massive damage from the feathered airstrike. Too much to handle, but they do have the sustainability. The knockback from the so-called missiles, whatever the hell you want to call it. But then Zio gets taken out and bursted. The taunt from Shark. He's trying to buy time, but he gets turned into a stack play. Zing duet. Double kill for Kozin and Coily. And I'm pretty sure they got to wrap it up with a kill as well. Pro Esports sweep Alpha7 North.
And that's the end for Alpha7 North. It started really well for them once again, but Pro Esports, all they had to do was